Or you'll go to bed. Jay, gonna show me that thing? Better hurry. Hurry, because I gotta get started.
Hi guys. Hello.
Okay, so just before we start tonight, I have a special guest. This is my daughter, and she would like to do something.
Okay.
I feel like I'm watching sign language. Oh, no. What do you call those guys? Mimes. That's what I'm watching, a mime. A mime. Our regular program will resume as soon as she's finished. What? Don't. Let her do her thing. Let her do it.
That's funny, guys.
Oh, you got it. That was good.
That's good. Good job, Jay.
Good.
Congratulations.
Yay. So you're like flossing?
No.
You're not flossing?
No.
What is it?
I put a needle right here and
I don't want to know. Okay. Good evening. Okay. No, we're not. Okay, we're done. Thank you for that entertaining little. I thought she was flossing with fake floss or like invisible floss.
Yeah.
Anyways, no talking. So tonight we're going to get started, and we are going to talk about this amazing business. And it is amazing. And usually every night we focus on a little bit different area of the business because there's a lot to talk about. And I like you to be fully informed and knowledgeable in what you're doing and what you're getting started with. Okay. So who am I? If you don't know who I am and you're new, you can drop a new in the comments and I would love to welcome you. If you are an OG, you can say I'm an OG. Let me know where you're watching from because I love to hear where everybody is from. As this is a global opportunity. This is not just for people in the US or people in Canada. It is actually global. So you can be in the UK, you can be in South Africa, you can be in Australia. I love that this business is for everybody and anybody. It's actually for anybody from 18 to 80 plus can do what I do. It is beginner friendly. It's not like you have to have any kind of degree or experience because it's genuinely for beginners. So you don't need to know tech. And I love that. You don't need to know tech tonight. So I was a DoorDasher. I've been in business before. But long story short, I had to DoorDash. Lost my truck and my job in the same day. And I basically panicked. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And if you have ever been there, let me know. Because then you'll know what it's like to lose a job. I have lost a job. My first experience with losing a job was when I was probably 16 or 17, showed up to work. And she was in the kitchen cleaning out the kitchen. And the whole place had been emptied. And I was like, where is everybody? Oh, we closed. I was like, what? Like they didn't even have the guts to like tell us. Well, there was a bunch of kids working there. So they didn't want to be left on their own, right? Not having anybody to work it. So they didn't tell any of us. They just let us show up to the place and we had no jobs. And that was my first experience. And no wonder I became self-employed, eh? When you realize that you're just at the mercy of your boss, you're at the mercy of a company. And at the end of the day, they really don't know anything about you. They really don't, the truth be told, they really don't care. Okay. Because you could just quit one day and they will replace you. It happens all the time. Like all the time. So this is a business. I found this business when I lost my job in my truck. I found it scrolling on social media. So if you're scrolling on social media and you're hearing me and seeing me, it's the same thing. Okay. So I love that this is accessible to anybody. Anybody can see this when they're scrolling on social media. You can pick any platform. I can pick any social media platform that I want to be on. I personally choose TikTok and I choose YouTube. Those are my two main platforms to share on and to tell my message on. If you're scrolling through, why is that backwards? That's backwards. Hold on a second. I got a mirror issue here. Oh, there we go. You can't read backwards? Okay. So this is my website, grannysgettingpaid.com. This is an automated system. So people just like me panic when they say, oh, you got to put your email in because you think it's going to get swallowed up by the big green email monster. And it's not. You can unsubscribe at any time. I wish I would have known that. I probably wouldn't have been so hesitant in the beginning. But you can put your email in. You'll get info. If you are not interested, that's okay. You will be let go, okay? And actually, if you stop opening my emails, I will take you out. So you can go on your own accord, or I'll take you out because it is a system. It's an automated system. So I want my automated system to be running smoothly and well, so that my emails go to the people that want to see my stuff, okay? So it is about you do learn inside how to keep your email system clean. I never understood the value of having an email, like an automated system, but emails, like capturing emails is huge. And I had no idea. But as a beginner, I'm not going to talk about that right now. What we're going to talk about is when we create this content and we post the content. So every night I share a little bit about this business, different aspects of the business. If at any time you're watching and you're new, because I get new people all the time. If you're watching and you're like, I don't understand this, ask me. This is the time to ask. Ask me questions on a live. I can answer right away. Ask me in an email. Some of the questions I may not get to on a live. I try my best to keep up with the comments, but sometimes that's a little difficult. So bear with me, please. If your question does not get answered on a live, you can, of course, go in there. You're going to get access to my email, and then you can ask me, okay? So tonight, when you create your content, because that's what we do, I promote 4 digital programs. I create content and I post that content on social media. I love what I do. I can be at home with my kids. I'm a mama of 5. I have 3 homeschoolers and 2 adults, and I wanted to be at home. My goal, maybe your goal, is to actually work from home and make money online. That was it. I just needed to make money online and work from home. So if you're like me and you're looking for a way to make money without having to go back to school, without having to study and learn something new, we are learning in this, but it's the best way to learn. You can actually learn and earn at the same time, because it's a business where you're going to learn some valuable skills by following a simple blueprint, a step-by-step process. You're guided through how to get going. You're guided through how to keep going. Then you're going to be guided through how to build, how to actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Increase your business. Okay, so it's scalable. That's the word I was looking for. There is a scalability to this business that will blow your mind. And I will talk about that in a little bit later. But for now, so what we do is we create 3 pieces of content. We did talk about this last night. You have a 2-hour workday in this, okay? So we work 2 hours, and my marker is not going to cooperate with me. So let me grab a different one. So has anybody had a 2-hour workday in their life? What about a 3-hour workday? Have you ever experienced working like part-time hours and actually being able to bring in full-time income? Because I want you to know that that's what can happen. Have you ever had an $1,800 day? Ever doing anything, even in construction? Well, maybe in construction they might. I don't know how that works. But have you ever made $1,800 in one day? Because I can tell you this, in this business, you can. In this business, you can make big dollars because we're not selling this marker. In this business, actually, we have very high ticket items that are in demand. So who cares if you don't have an item, if you don't have a product? Who cares if you have a product that is expensive? If it is not in demand, you're not going to sell it because nobody wants it. So if you're selling like I don't know, if you're selling this amazing ring light and it costs $1,000, but nobody wants to buy it, who cares, right? Who cares? It's a high price ticket. Nobody wants it. I'm going to tell you right now, we are expanding. This community is expanding like so stinking fast. It blows my mind. It has doubled since I came into it, doubled in people, and it is constantly growing. And this is not like a course to buy a course thing. It's not like that. It's a program. We have interactive meetings with a millionaire mama. She's a multimillionaire. She made her first million doing exactly what I'm doing. She followed a blueprint. She didn't even go live and she was already making money. So we're just kind of like following the same, not kind of like, we want to follow the same blueprint that she did. And that blueprint has actually enabled other people in the community to hit 6 figures in about 6 to 7 months. Not everybody will, but the people that do, it seems to be an average around 6 to 7 months. When you're selling a program that's in demand, that is a higher price point item, that's how you can get there quicker. So you can't put you can't look at, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to make this. Well, what are you selling? If you're going to sell a dollar store marker, it's going to take you years, because it's $1. Are you going to promote something that's in demand, that's at a higher price point? Yes. That's what you need to look for. You need to look for a product, a program, something that is a higher price point. That means that you don't have to have as many customers. That means that you don't have to work as hard when you have an automated system, because like I said, it's automated. You want that. You want to be able to live life, work less, still make money, and not have to be stressed. Like, are you stressed? Because I was stressed. I don't know about you, but I was stressed. I was on this constant go, and never having time to actually be thankful, breathe in this life, and be like, wow, it's nice just to go for a walk, not think about, man, I don't even have time to walk. I don't know about you, but I've always been the one that's like, I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough time to do that. I don't have time. So for me, time is more important than the money is. I mean, money is good. We need money, but I need the time. So relating in your content, it is a 2-hour workday. I probably need to get some more markers. 2-hour workday. Okay. But in your 2-hour workday, when you're creating content to do a few things. You're creating content to actually tell people, hey, I'm here, I exist. We also share content to get the message out that there is a way to work from home. There is a way to work from your phone. You got to learn and you got to know that you have a choice. You can choose to do something different. You can choose to continue to live the way you're living, or you can get out of the comfort zone a little bit and go, maybe I could try something different. When I first heard about this, I was a skeptic. I scrolled right past. I must have stopped long enough that the platform was like, oh, I'm going to push that back to you. Thank God it did, because I love what I do now. I love that I can do this from my phone. I love that I'm not stuck to a desk. I can go out. I can go on vacation. I can go travel. I can go do whatever I want, wherever I want, as long as I have my phone. Hi, Jen. Thank you for coming in. As long as I have my phone, okay, I can work anywhere in the whole entire world. I can take my phone and go to Japan and work. Like, do you understand the doors that open to you when you do something like this? Wendy, hello, Wendy. So nice to see you. So when you open those doors, you're like, wow, I can do this. I can go there. I can experience life. I love that this door opens up so many more doors. So as a beginner, yes, you can do it. Jen, yes, work anywhere. I know you love it. I know you love it. So when you're creating that content, what you're going to do, you're going to learn inside this program everything that you need to know to be successful. You just got to show up for this. You got to show up. You have to do the 1 hour, okay? I encourage everybody to just get involved, be involved. You have everything that you need to succeed in this, literally, like everything. There's no excuse why we can't succeed, because it is like this masterpiece of a business in a box that teaches you everything you need to know, and you can grow. You can grow in this. You're not going to be like stagnant. You're not going to be stuck in one spot. Lori, hello, Lori. So thank you for liking. So you can learn and grow, and I love that aspect of this. So in that 2-hour workday, you're creating the content. When we're creating content, we're not just talking about, oh, I have this program, okay? And I never talk about what's inside the programs. I don't do that. The reason I don't talk about what's inside the programs is because I don't want you, the beginner who doesn't know tech, doesn't know anything about anything, who is just like me, okay? I don't want to overwhelm you with what's inside. And we were just talking about this in a meeting that, you know what? Some of that stuff I haven't even gone through. I have not seen every single video that I have access to. Will I? I don't know if I'll go through them all. I'm not sure. Right now, I'm happy promoting what I do, doing what I do, creating content so that you get to know who I am. I want to know who you are. I want to, it's so easy to kind of like connect with people when you just be you. That's what I like. Yes, Lori, I like just showing up, and on my content, I like to laugh. I like to have fun. Actually, I don't mind if I mess up on a piece of a video, because who cares? Who cares? Keeping it simple. Yes, that's what Wendy said. Keeping it simple. And that's the truth. We don't need to complicate it. I can tell you, as you create content, you learn what you're doing wrong. You learn what you're doing right. You learn what works and what doesn't work. Let's put it that way. Not what's wrong or what's right, but what works and what doesn't work. So for you, maybe being funny doesn't work for you. Okay, I'm just using this as an example. Some people relate better to serious people, So when you're talking about how to make money online and work from home, you might have people that connect better to you if you are serious, right? If you show up and you're cracking jokes all the time, how is somebody going to know when you're talking about money, whether you're being serious or not? So that's just another twist on it. I want you to be you, and the people that like you are going to be drawn to what you're talking about. They're going to be drawn to you. They're going to want to know, what is it that you're doing, based on you alone. Okay, so it's you that people want to hang out with, you that they get to know, you that they get to trust, you that they like. It is there from there, and then they'll listen. They'll go like, "What is it you're talking about? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Can you help me change how I live? Can you help me to succeed?" That's basically what we're talking about tonight. And I'm here to show up and to tell you that if I can do this, okay, then you can do this. I am not somebody with a degree. I'm just your girl next door, your mom next door that has got children who just needed to make a living. I have passed by the mamas. I've seen, on Facebook, I feel so sorry for these moms. I don't know. There's too many moms that don't have a way to make money. Too many. Way too many moms with children that need to make a living and they can't. So my heart goes out to them. And I think, man, if you could just see this, if you could just know about this. But of course, in those groups, they don't let you talk, or don't let me. They don't let me, but I'm not pushy and I'm not one to get in there and say anything. But as soon as I join groups, probably because it's digital granny, okay? So they're like, "Oh, she's got something." Well, yeah, I got something, but I'm not going to like go into people's DMs. I'm not going to like post all kinds. I'm not like that anyways. I'm not the salesperson. I could care less about selling, but just saying, "Hey, did you know?" That's all I want to do is go, "Hey, did you know that this was out there?" That's all. Because let somebody else decide. They're going to decide, "Yes, this is something I could do. Yes, I could do that." That's all. I just want people to know it's an option. Um, That's right, Jen. Lots of moms that are losing time with children. Yeah, because they need the money. They need the money. They're struggling though. Like there's so many. I was reading about these ones today that have babies, and she's like, "I'm trying to find something where, obviously they want to be home with their kids, you know?" And I was like, "Man, if you could just see another way, if you could just have the choice to make the decision to do this." So it is important that you find your story and you share a story. It is important that you share a little bit about you. It doesn't have to be the thing that makes you like uh, just get all upset. We want something that's going to encourage people to go and go, "You know what? If you did that, I could do it too." Because that's what we're talking about. We're relating to people in the content. So I was a DoorDasher. If you don't know about me, here's my story. I was a DoorDasher. I lost my truck and my job in the same day, which stinks. And yes, it's possible. I did it. But if it wasn't for that, I'm going to tell you something. If it wasn't for the fact that I lost my job and my truck, I don't think I'd be sitting right here doing what I'm doing now, because I would have scrolled and I would never have stopped. Like there's no way. But because I did, I was in this position and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what am I going to do?" And when I heard her, I was like, "Nothing else is working. Let's try this. Let's do something different." And I can tell you this, I have never been a part of a business where, where you can make this kind of money and you can make your own schedule. You can go where you want to go. You can work from a phone. And we're not talking about apps. I am not talking about playing silly games. I'm not talking about 50 cents for I don't even know, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, sucking more time out of your life to give you $1. Like think about that. These people are running to these apps, games, and I think they're games and stuff. God does work in funny ways. I'm all for it. I all for it completely. But these apps and things that are out there that you see on social media, you're trading your time for pennies. For pennies, literally pennies. So if anything you learn tonight, I want you to learn this. Digital is where you want to be. Digital. So when I worked in my 20s, I remembered this guy saying something to me. He was the owner of an accounting firm, and he had really big clients in there. Okay. He was the one for in Canada, we had Molson beer, and it was Molson, I think. It was one of the big beer companies. He was the accountant for them. Anyways, he said this to me and it stuck in my head because I listen when you want to surround yourself with people who are actually more advanced than you are. Don't get offended by it. I'm just saying, if you want to go somewhere, you want to go somewhere where somebody else has already been or where they're headed to. So you want to surround yourself with people like that, people that are going somewhere, people that are striving towards something else. Like I like to say, go-getters, people that are willing to go step out of the box, do something different. They're making money. They're learning new skills. They're learning, how to do this, how to do that. How do I build more income streams? When you surround yourself with people like that, man, you get to be a sponge and suck it up, like literally suck it up. So when this guy said to me, the best business that you can be in, an accountant, okay? Sadly, he passed away in his, I think he was in his 50s. He might have been 55-ish. He said to me, the best place you can be in is service. And he was like, the reason is because there's no overhead. There's no, when you're in service, you're offering a service for money. So you need to be in a service, not in a restaurant, not retail where you're buying stuff and flipping it and selling. No, he was like, service business is the best business. So it stuck in my head. I'm going to tell you this. If that guy was alive today and I brought this to him, he would probably just die. Like I'm telling you, he would be blown away because this is where you want to be. You want to be in a digital space. Talk about overhead. Listen, this has got no monthly expenses, zero monthly expenses. There's no shipping. There's no inventory. There's no packaging. There's no postage. This is a dream opportunity. It is. If anybody's been in business, Lori's been in business. And is that Steph? Steph, hello. Stephanie. And Wendy's in business. So when you know the overhead that is involved. And in this, the most expensive thing you're doing is actually just buying the program. Okay. That's the biggest purchase right there is the program. You're only paying $29 for a website you didn't make the programs. I didn't make the programs, but you get to promote the programs because you have what is called master resale rights. Master resale rights gives you the legal right to sell something that is educational. It's going to teach you really high valuable skills in a digital age to market anything online, If you can grasp how to market online, I'm going to tell you something, that's gold. So you pay for that program. You get a website built for you for $29, unheard of. I already know because I'm telling you, I've done this. I know that even a Shopify website, every single month, you got to pay. You got to pay 30. I think they're up to 60. I think some of them are 100 and something now. You have to pay every single month for that website to be up and running. My website has been up and running forever, and I don't pay monthly. You would not pay monthly. Then you pay 2 small fees to GoDaddy. That's it. You're up and running within a few days. I was up and running in 2. Some people take longer. Some people are faster. But this is an amazing opportunity. And all you have to do is learn how to create the content, which you're going to learn inside of the program. You create content, you post that content, you share that content 3 times a day. You can have it all done for yourself in the morning. If you are a morning person, which I am not, 6 o'clock in the morning, think about this. You could get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and be done by 8. You could be done by 8. You can have all your videos ready for the day. You're only posting 3 videos. By the way, I want to say that is nothing. 3 videos is nothing. We're not talking about you making some 20-minute YouTube video. That's not what I'm talking about. You're going to make a video that's like 30 seconds, 45 seconds, no, maybe a minute. Don't go over 2 minutes. I would say don't go over 2 minutes. As a newbie, when you're posting videos, you want people to stop and look at your stuff. So you learn how to get people to stop the scroll. That's a hook. Had no clue what a hook was. Absolutely none. But you're going to get the framework for this content. You're going to be taught how to build good content because that's what is selling. That's the thing that's going to reach the customer. That's the thing that's going to give them the information they need to make a decision whether or not this is going to be a fit for them. So you're creating like this content. That's it. It is not hard. I love the simplicity of this business that you can do this. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do this. You're going to follow it step by step by step. You are mentored. You have the tools. You have everything at your disposal. What you do with that is going to be on you. Okay? Because we have so many successful people inside of this. It is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And the only person that's going to limit you is you yourself. That's it. If you don't show up, I don't know how you expect to reach anybody. You've got to show up. You got to do 2 to 3 hours. I'm going to 2 hours to do those income earning things. Okay. Put aside an hour to learn, because when you get in there, you can educate yourself by watching these videos, by watching, how to create a hook. There's hooks inside of here. Call to action. What is that? So a hook basically is the thing that's going to get you to stop. Okay. I had no idea what it was. Now I can get you to stop on some of mine. I hope on a lot of them. But you learn these tips and tricks. And no, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the stars coming across the screen, or you don't have to do fancy editing. Basically what it is, I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, listen, we have a lot of people that may be posting videos with, and you're scrolling, watch the content now. Watch what you're seeing. Watch how it's laid out. But you'll see some people that just put like maybe a pretty background and text on it. There's nothing wrong with that. I've done it myself. But the connection is going to take longer. And if you want value in every single video, you make that video count. You make that video count, because you're creating digital real estate, and that video is going to be there. And you want anybody to scroll onto that video. When they come across that, you want them to stop. You want them to hear who you are, right? Who are you? What do you do? And then you want to know, give me some value. Give me something. Tell me something. Well, I have an automated system and I work 2 hours a day and I put aside an hour for learning, 3 hours in a day. What are you going to do for the rest? But that is value. You need to put some value in, put some of you in there. And we often talk about like a pain point. I just tell basically my story. I know that I tell you a little bit about me, because if you relate to me and you understand what I'm going through, then that means you've already been there, right? If you relate to what I'm going through, odds are you've been there at some point in your life and you're relating to me and you're like, oh man, yeah, I know what it's like to be stuck at the checkout. And, I thought I had enough money and I didn't. How embarrassing. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but it's happened to me. And I never want it to happen again. I don't want it to happen to me, and I don't want it to happen to you. Or, I was left with 4 kids. I actually have 5, but here's a little story. I'm a mom of 5. I have 3 homeschoolers and 2 adults. I was left in November 2022, suffered a mini stroke. My children are in the other room. I suffered a mini stroke and my husband never showed up. So the reason I tell that story is because there are women and men out there who do not have an income. And I wish I would have heard somebody say to me, just, I don't care how, where, just, I don't know if it would have been enough for me to go, man, you're right. Maybe I should have an income. So I tell that story because I was left with 4 kids. Okay. When I had that mini stroke, I never heard from him. There was no phone call. There was no text. There was nothing. It was crickets, literally crickets. And I thought to myself, there's something wrong. There's something really wrong in my marriage, because I was laying there waiting to go in this room. And it was the loneliest place I've ever been in my life, thinking I have got kids at home. My son was my hero that day, and he couldn't come down the hallway with me, but I felt so alone. And I thought, man, I'm married and I don't know where my husband is. So when I got back, I said, I don't care where you are. Don't bother. That was it. So I don't want somebody to be left in a position, male, female, where you depend on somebody else. So this is an opportunity. And I don't even, there's women out there that don't see a way out. And that's how I want you to know that there is a way. And you can do this privately. You can do this, I hate to say it like this, but secretly, okay? Because there's different situations. People have different situations. And I want people to know that this exists. And it doesn't take a lot of time. Man, you can go for a walk down the street and literally take your videos. I'm going to go for a walk with the kids and I'm going to do my videos. Listen, I probably would have started it. I don't know for sure if I would have, because I never thought that would happen to me. But it happens to women all the time. Death happens, accidents happen, sickness happens. As you get old, it doesn't even matter, because it happens to young people too. But the older you get, it seems to be more there. So I want women to know. I want men to know too. It's just more women that it happens to. And there is something that you can do. You can do this privately. You can do this secretly. You can create videos. You can create an account that nobody knows about, and you just post on that account. And that's it. You don't have to tell people. Social media has 5 billion people on it, okay? 5 billion people on it. So you can do it privately if you had to do that. And you could start to build up a little bit of an income, and then not be in a situation that you don't want to be in. Or you could have been like me and just started to have your own income, because it would have been a different situation for me. So that's why I tell that story. It's not a fun story to tell, but I realize that there are women out there who could use this, who need this, and just take it as that is. I don't like telling that story, so I tend to focus on my DoorDashing story, because who loses a truck and a job in the same day? And it's just a little bit lighter. Okay. So I don't tell that story to get you guys all in the dumps. I tell it because it's a real thing. It's real. And this is real. And this can help people. It helps the people that need it the most. That's how I see it. It helps the people who need it the most. People that don't have a degree, people that don't have experience, people that do have mobility issues. And I can think of people that I've talked to, and people that can't get out of the house, and people that it comes to health and mobility. So these people can do this. It gives an opportunity. It's a window of opportunity. Are you going to take it? Are you going to do this? Yeah, that's it, Wendy. Life happens. And I am sorry. I'm so sorry. My heart goes out to you. It does. So when you do your content, you relate to people. That's what we do. We tell a little bit about us so that you know who I am. You may not know everything about me, and we don't have to tell everything. We're just telling little stories so that you understand. I once was here and now I'm here. You can go from being broke. You can go from being stranded and abandoned to actually being successful and self-sufficient. That's what you can do. You can do this. Any guy, any woman, any mom, any dad, you can do it as an 18-year-old, as long as you can get onto, as long as you can have a payment gateway. So it opens up a door to people. And that's why I love it. That's why I love what I do. I love it because I don't have to tell you, you can't do this. I don't want to do that. I would never want to tell somebody you can't do this. I don't tell my children that they can't do that. I tell my children you can do anything. I don't believe that one person, the whole entire world. I do not believe that anybody is STUPID. I don't want to get in trouble on TikTok, so I'm not saying it. But I do not believe that. And I tell my children that every single time that somebody says something, I will say nobody is that. And I say God created everybody. That's an insult to God. God didn't make nobody like that. I don't believe in that garbage. I want my children, whatever it is you want in life, did you know you can do it? I don't care if you wanted to be a doctor today. You can do that. I believe you can do it. I believe that anybody can make six figures. You know why? Because I've seen this thing. I've seen what it does. I've seen who it helps. I believe that if you apply it, you learn and you don't quit and you don't give up, that you can have success in here. Will you hit six figures? Why can't it be you? Why can't it be me? So I'm going, are you coming? Like I am going, are you coming? That's my goal. I want to go with people who want to go. I want to go where those people are. I don't have a desire to be rich. It's not about that. Money is the tool to actually live better. So when you have the care, you have the money, you can do more. You can help out other people. It's not just about you. It's not just about me. But that money, when money falls into the right people's hands, okay, and we'll just fill in the blanks. When money falls into the right people's hands, it actually blesses not only them, their family, their friends, and then sometimes it even goes outside of there and hits the community. Okay. Now I know that not everybody's like that, and that's okay. But I see an abundance as it reaching out to other people and affecting those around you, not just in your small little circle, but an abundance. And my goal is not to be rich. I wouldn't want money to ruin my thought process and the way that I interact with people and just my life and my children's. I would never want money to taint that, because I just don't. So my goal is just to feed my kids, be able to pay my bills. So if that's where you're at, you want to just take control of that stuff and then build upon it. Learn how to have extra streams of income. Learn how you can build a more financial stable future by doing this program, by having an online business. Yes, 2025 is the year. I'm going for six figures. That's good. I'm with you. I am totally, completely with you, because we can do it. We can do this. We can actually achieve it because other people are already ahead. The other people started right here at zero. They didn't come in with 10 in their pocket, not like that. They had to build the business. They had to build this business. Who cares what they had before? Who cares where they came from? The people that are hitting six figures in this community, we all started off right here, level, regardless of your education, your background, where you came from. We all start here. It's, you know what gets you going? Momentum, and you being diligent, being consistent, showing up, because you're showing up for you and you're showing up to tell somebody else, hey, man, did you know? Like when you find something cool, aren't you excited to go and tell somebody, hey, did you know I just saw this awesome sale? You know, I got shirts for $1. I go down there, man. Just go grab a whole bunch of them, because you want to share the goodness. You want to share. Holy cow, you don't understand. Like I keep telling my son is 22. I'm like, you can do this. I don't know why you're not doing this. You're 22 years old. You just got married. Why wouldn't you want to do this? And he's like, oh, I don't get in front of a camera. I'm like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares that you got to get in front of a camera? Man, do you want to make money? Do you want to have a better life? Do you want to be able to support that family that you got, that brand new family? And all you have to do is show up and create a couple of videos every day. You can do that. Anybody can do that. And he's like, I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting back and I'm watching because his wife is like, I don't know why he doesn't do it because she works, right? So he's doing construction stuff, but I'm like, you could make a whole lot more money. So I keep telling him, and then I think, you know what? I'll just let him figure it out. Eventually he'll probably be like, because he sees what I'm doing. He sees, and I say, it's fun. It's fun. I love what I do. I love it. I create videos, man. I'm a content creator, if that's what you will. And a legacy. So yes, so this program is called Legacy. I don't really talk about the name all that much unless we're talking about it on the one day. But yes, it is called Legacy. The reason it is called Legacy is because you can actually do something with that abundance. You can leave your children, your grandchildren. I would lock it up and say you got to be this age. But seriously, you can change how you live. You literally can change how you live. So when you're creating, now it's getting hot in here. I turn my heat up and it blows right in my face and I feel like I get so hot. I'm freezing. Touch my hands. No, I am freezing in my house. My hands are cold, but my face is now the heater, the vent down in the south. The vents are up on the ceiling, but in Canada, they're all on the ground. So the thing is blowing right at me. Anyway, we're expecting a storm tomorrow, and I don't think good old Texas can handle it. So I'm pretty sure my power will probably go out. So I got these cool lights. If you guys need lights, go to Harbor Freight because they're very cool. Sorry, I just think they're cool. Anyway, I'll show you how bright it is. Look at that. That was $1.79. I got a bunch of them just in case because they last. And each kid can have one. So your little nuggets, 2-hour workday, you're going to create that content. You're going to post that content. And what else was I going to tell you about? Well, basically, sorry, I'm reading my notes because I like to hit certain things. I know it's hard for people to kind of like step back and go, what if? I know it's hard to go, well, what if you had, 1,800 extra a month? What if you had the 10K a month? Because 10K, I think, is 11 or 12. I think it's a little over. I think it's 12 customers. You would hit 10,800 in a month. That's only 12 customers. But what would that do for you? That's like, we always use that as a goal, okay? Because if we have a goal, then we can go, how can we get there? So if you have a goal in your life, how much money would you need to make a difference? Like Wendy's like 6 figures. That's where I'm going to. In the beginning, when I started this, I would have never said 6 figures as me because I would have never saw it. I would have never saw the opportunity. But I can tell you this, when you're in here learning these valuable skills, like she's got vision, Wendy's got vision, and that's where you all want to be. You want to have vision. You want to be able to go, I can see it now. I didn't come into it like that. I don't know. Everybody is on a different journey, but I can see it now. Like I can see that. I'm like, wow, it is possible for anybody. You don't have to be anybody. I just thought that was something that I would never see in my life. I was like, that's something I'll never see. I never thought about it. I didn't even entertain the idea of it because when you work that 40-hour a week, you're just thinking, okay, this is what I have. This is what I do. I'm always going to struggle, or I'm always going to be, behind, until you find out there's another way to live, until you find out this. I don't know if there's anything else like this anywhere else. I can tell you that this right here has opened up a doorway to different thought processes, different way to different perception, different way to see life, different dreams. Like I was like, man, I could get an RV, load my kids up, and we could be on the road. Like that was not even an option before. Now I'm like, wow, I could get an RV, put my kids in an RV, and we could go travel, and I could still work. Actually might boost my sales even more so, because it would be fun. It's relatable. There's lots of people in RVs now, families just traveling, and they're recording their life. So it's more interesting than me sitting here with a little purple plant. But that's what I have right now. I'm not prepared to go RVing, but it's a dream. It is a thought. I didn't have those before. So when you open up this door and you're like, wow, I didn't know there was a ceiling. Wow, I didn't know there was a closet. Wow, I didn't know there was a backyard. Wow, I didn't know that there was other parts to the house. It's just because you didn't have the key. It's just because you didn't have the key that opened that door. That's really what it is, because this is so beginner friendly. You do not need tech. You don't need it. If you're going to struggle with, so you do have to, let me just show you. So you do have to take how you're going to get paid, connect it to the website that's built for you. So you have to do this. Okay. But if you can't do it, I've got a solution. I love this as options. I love that there are options in this. And I love that we have tech. So we do have tech. And when we're talking about tech, we're not talking about coding and all kinds of stuff like that. That's just, no. We're talking about simple. If you can follow the steps, you can do it. If you don't want to do that, you can actually go inside and you can go to one of the tech meetings. I think there's 2 a week now. And the other option is you can actually go and get tech done for you. So that is another option. You got to make sure you go to the right spot inside to do the tech done for you. Do not just talk to any random person in there. Don't do that. Just go to the tech done for you. If you have questions about anything at all in this at any point in time, I am here to help you. I am here to help you, get you going in the right direction, and answer questions. Okay. So you would go to brandysgettingpaid.com, put your email in, you'll get the details. Also, I was going to say, oh yeah. So you'll also get my email. That way you can ask me questions, any questions at all. Just ask. I'm like not far away at all. And be on the lookout, because I'm thinking I'm going to start to do, I'm either going to open a community or I'm going to do Zooms. I'm not sure which one yet. I'm really on the fence, and I'm thinking about it. So you want to stay in touch. Yeah. Okay. So tomorrow night, what time is it? I hear children still. Tomorrow night, we're going to actually share some success stories tomorrow night. And yeah, we're going to share some of the success stories tomorrow. That's what we're doing. I'm also going to show you how you actually can reach that 6-figure income. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Be sure to join tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Thursday. As long as I don't lose my power, I'll be here, because I think our storm is supposed to hit really hard Thursday night. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. I will be back tomorrow night as long as the power is on. Be safe. Be safe. Take care. God bless you guys. I'll be back. Good night. Thank you again to all my familia for coming out and supporting and liking and sharing and gifting. I appreciate you all. And I will be back. Have a good night, Wendy, and whoever else is in here. If you have questions, be sure to ask me. I will answer them. Good night, guys.